All right, welcome everybody. I am going to be talking to you about Quizizz, which is a really pretty cool game. I was first introduced to this actually by a student last semester in a little sharing lesson where students were teaching the class one of the review activities that one of the groups chose to do was quizzes, and they had learned it from another teacher, and that was actually the first time that I had seen that. And watching it, it's very similar to some other games such as Kahoot and so forth and things like that. But it's just a little bit different in terms of the way that it interacts and allowing the students to see the questions instead of just having to look up at a board or something like that when they're interacting with it. So I'm just going to take you through this and talk about this website and this resource and talk about some of the really pretty cool options for you here. So first thing that you'll want to do here on the homepage, I've actually already created a profile. Profile is free. You don't have to do anything to do anything. It's non. You don't have to pay for anything. Just go on. I actually linked mine with my school account, my school Gmail account, and was able to just log in so that it would save that username, not another username that we need to remember. So a couple of different options here. So as you see here with this homepage here, you can browse some different options. So this kind of gets you into the seeing what things are like here, and just kind of looking at some public quizzes that are available out there. And you can just see all sorts of different options here for different quizzes. So for instance, like if I wanted to go up here, I currently as a high school teacher, I teach accounting, and accounting is one of the classes that I could see myself using this for. So when I go to accounting here, I can do a search here, and so this will come up with all sorts of different options here, where these are actually just some uh, different options that other teachers have created, and you can see internet's going a little bit slow right now. Um, and you can see how there's a couple of different options here. But basically, if I were to select one of these right here, I can hit practice here, and I'll just take you through this one here to kind of show you what this looks like, and we'll give you an idea here. Okay, so owner's equity, there we go. Hopefully I can get all these right. Assets. Okay. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here. Um, Ooh, that's loud. Anyway, so you get the idea of kind of what that looks like, and show you what that looks. So these are just some options there. Let's talk about how we can use it as educators when we are creating actual games here. So, for instance, let's just name this here with accounting. Let's just say chapter 3. That's typically where I start the year out. So counting chapter 3. Looks like you have some different relevant subject matters, and so I'll explain this here in just a couple of minutes of what this actually looks like and what the purpose of it is. But I'm gonna go ahead and select next here. And so here's kind of some of the pieces of this where you can talk about the different options for the different types of questions. So obviously, if you already have quizzes and you want to be able to use these, you can create your own options here. So this is where I can type my options right here. I can have some different answer options for them if I want to do it that way. So I can create my own questions in that way, or as many of us like to do, I'll get hit cancel down here. I like to think about working smarter and not necessarily harder, because instead of just looking at quizzes as just another thing, oh, I got to put all my questions in there. I have to, that's going to take time to do so. you can search from, this is what I love about this option here, is actually, you can see the teleport questions, pretty clever wording there. So what I can do is I can actually search for accounting quizzes. And so I'm just going to keep it very basic right now with just accounting. I could go into some different specific subjects for accounting here. But now, so see, looking at this, so these are just some basic accounting questions. And I can go in here and I can actually select this. And so what it will do is I can see the questions that I can use, and I can change them. I can add them to my own quiz. So these are just public questions that other teachers have created, and you can add these to your quiz. Just really a pretty cool option here to make this a fun, interactive game for students. So, I can click this add button right here. You can see it just populated in there to the back right there. Maybe I want question 3 from this one. Oh, and then let's see here. Let's go to this one right here. Let's see. How about let's add this question in here. Let's add this question in here, and then I can close this part out right here. Just closing out this option here. So you can see I've got a couple of questions here, and see now I've even I've got an option that that I can work with here. And then in doing so, I can edit these questions. If I don't like the wording necessarily, I can do that. I can change the wording of it. I can add in an image here if I wanted to add in an image for it. And then I am going to publish my quiz. So I've got a few questions here. Again, this is just a sample option here. And then, of course, obviously, I can go in, I can add in my own questions if I would like to do so. I can do things like slides. I mean, this is really a very awesome resource that you could spend a lot of time just kind of exploring in here yourself. So I'm going to go into publish here. And so here's where I can go in. I can add in some options here. Let's see. Grade. We'll just make this 9th grade to 12th grade. There we go. We're going to just hit save. We're going to skip that picture option for the time being. Okay. So then with my quizzes option 3 right here, so here's where I can get that share option. So I can get that share option for the students. And so then the students can actually, they can see that. I can get that share link. I can put it in a chat, if we're doing, whatever the case may be. I can also generate my code on here as well. And so see, I can post that in there. They can go to the link. So then if it's them, they would actually go to the quiz through here. Then they're able to join in on the quiz and just kind of see how you play the game. So, very similar to some other games, but as you saw when I was playing the game earlier, the students are seeing the questions on there. And they're not looking up at a screen and then trying to click a random box on there like you might see with Kahoot. I love Kahoot, use Kahoot all the time, but this Quizizz option is just something a little bit different that you can do. It's a competition. Kids love that competition piece of what they're doing with this. So, next time you're looking to do some reviewing, or, you need something for some kids to get some practice on some subject matters, Quizizz is a fantastic option for you, whether you want to create your own quiz or you would like to use some other people's quizzes that they've done, and change those, or even just use them as is if it meets the needs for what you're trying to teach your students. So yes, I hope you can enjoy Quizizz. It's a fantastic free option, and let me know if you have any questions on this. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.